Hey, welcome to another vlog. I've been in Japan now for almost 4 months, and I'm getting settled into Japan in my new home, and I'm getting settled into my jobs. And now that I've done my jobs and pretty much know the ropes of my jobs, I decided that I would make a vlog series about my jobs. Um, it's going to be more than one video. It might be as many as 3 videos. If you're applying for the JET program, or you're on the JET program, you will hear and know this phrase, and by the end of it all, it'll probably drive you insane. But every situation with the JET program is different, so every situation is different. My situation is the epitome of this phrase. Okay, first off, I worked as an ALT in a very high demand prefecture. So my prefecture is close to Tokyo, so it is requested very frequently. Many people, it's their first request. So I'm very lucky to have gotten it. It was my first choice, and I was very lucky to get my placement. So it's high demand, and not only is it high demand, but they only use 12 JET ALT. 12 JET ALT work here, and the rest of the ALTs are through other programs, other ALT programs like Interact that cost the prefecture less money. So it costs a little bit less to use Interact or all those other sort of ALT programs. That's not the only thing that makes my situation a little different. So most ALT have pretty much 2 parts to their job. They have a base school, which they spend most of their time at, 3 days a week usually. And they will teach at that school 3 days a week, and they'll have an office at that school or a desk at that school, and they'll stay at that school. Some people have classrooms at that school. And then they have 2 other schools, which are travel schools that they go to 1 time a week each. And that's fairly typical. I mean, give or take. Again, every situation is different, but give or take, that's fairly typical. And then JET and other prefectures might, on the 3 days that they're at their base school, go visit, elementary schools in the afternoon or something like that. The thing that's very interesting about my situation is my base school isn't actually a school. So the place where I spend most of my time at isn't at a school. It's at the Prefectural Education Center. At the center, I'm basically team teaching. I am team teaching with other teachers who have been teaching for a while. I team teach with them to give JTEs, Japanese Teachers of English, different approaches to teaching English. So I help them find out ways to teach English. Different ways to teach English, better ways to teach English, whatever, what have you, I teach teachers to teach English. It's a very interesting situation. It's a very interesting job. It's very fun because I get to meet many of the teachers, some of the other ALTs in my prefecture that they work with. I get to meet their teachers. So it's actually really fun. The thing about my job is the peak period of action for the center is in the summer, during summer holidays. So many JET come to Japan in August or July, and that period of time, is when the students go on summer holidays. So they have like a month or something off for summer holidays. And many of them are still at the school, doing club activities or what have you. But so when my group of JET came in, many of the JETs didn't really have much to do. Their students were all on holiday. One of the girls that came into the prefecture with me, she actually, her colleagues took her out around Yokohama and, just took her sightseeing for that month. But when I came in, that's the peak season for me, for teachers at the center, is August July, August. So when I came to my prefecture on the 5th of August. On the 6th of August, I taught a seminar. I didn't even know the teachers I was teaching with, but I taught a seminar. It was interesting, and of course, I was just a little bit jet lagged, so I was really tired and groggy, and it was a fun time. But anyway, so, but now that the season's ended a little bit, the center is doing a series of seminars for elementary school teachers. In 2011, elementary schools are going to be required to teach English to 5th graders and 6th graders. And we are going around to elementary schools and to other centers and teaching the Japanese teachers of English that will be teaching these elementary schoolers. And we're showing them a different approach to teaching English, and it's through chants. So learning English through repetition set to rhythm. And it's very interesting. My cynical British counterpart describes it as a traveling circus. It's not far from the truth, but it's actually very fun. I enjoy it very much. It's basically like putting on a skit for, 20 to 30 elementary school teachers. Not nearly as fun as, actually teaching to the elementary schoolers, but it is really fun. I do enjoy it. I'm actually going to an English caravan tomorrow. English caravan is what it's called. So that's one part of my main job, so the center work. Another part is I'm a prefectural advisor. So most first-year JET aren't selected to be a prefectural advisor, but my predecessor was a PA, and therefore I kind of inherited it from him. So I am also a PA, and basically I'm just here that if anybody, needs to talk to somebody, I'm there to listen. And I actually have a degree in psychology. That was what my main degree was in. I got a degree in English and psychology, but psychology was my main area of study. So it's very interesting for me and very, exciting, because in Tokyo I went to an orientation that they talked about how to counsel and everything. And I'm like, hey, I took a class on this. This is like a 10-minute version of my class. So it's actually really fun. I want to say really fun. I've not really done anything, but it's a really cool position, I think, to be a PA. So basically I'm just there. If anybody needs me, they can call me if they need to talk about something. And occasionally, it's just kind of a, what does the general handbook tell me about this and this and this? Or if they have problems with the Board of Education, they call the PA, or if they get lost in Tokyo, they'll call the PA. Now, again, I'm a first year. This is my first year here. And there are 12 other ALT here. And out of the 12, only one other is new. So, me and the other one, 2 new ALTs. And I'm the PA. And these people are supposed to call me if they get lost in Tokyo. Not good. Not good. But, they've been here for 2 years, or 3 years, or 5 years in the case of my coworker. So they know pretty much how things work. So because I have so few ALT in my prefecture, and because they're all very experienced, I never really get any calls. So right now, the PA position is just kind of a title that I'm holding for no reason. In November, we do have mid-year seminars. So basically, all of the ALTs from the prefecture will come to the center and have a seminar about team teaching, which I and the other PA who works in the center with me will lead. So we'll lead that, and that'll be my first actual PA duty. But anyway, so those 2 things are the main parts of my job. The center, which I'm at 3 days a week, usually, sometimes I'm somewhere else, and PA. So I'm a center ALT and a prefectural advisor. But that's it for now. I'm running on 11 minutes. So I'm going to end this here. In the next vlog, I will talk about my model schools, is what we call them here in our prefecture. In other prefectures, they call them travel schools. So I'll talk about my model schools in the next one, and depending on how long that one takes, I may or may not talk about Yogogakko, or I might have to make a completely different vlog about Yogogakko, because that's actually a very big topic for me. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my short description, my long description of my main duties as a JET ALT. Thanks for watching. Peace.